Sustainability and security of our energy have long since been priorities in the European Union. However, ensuring we have enough energy is not the only concern. In fact, ensuring we have a diverse supply of energy is becoming increasingly important if we are to reduce our dependency on the major suppliers such as Russia. During today's conference organised by EPP member Andrus Jurk and the Constellation Energy Institute, alternative supply routes were discussed, as well as the prospects of a common European energy policy.
I think the most important answer to the current situation is the common European energy policy, a harmonized strategy by the member states. This strategy should stay on 4 pillars as far as I see: transparency, diversification, the competition, of course, and solidarity. Transparency as regards our relationship with our partners. We need a transparent relationship that can ensure security of supply. We also need competition, of course. The European energy market could be the biggest energy market on global scale with 5 million customers, and that would mean a huge bargaining position for the EU as such. And we need diversification, of course. We need new routes, new pipelines and new sources, and we of course need solidarity between the member states. Not only ad hoc solidarity, but we need mechanisms, legal mechanisms, which could ensure this solidarity, and we need also new infrastructure networks between the member states that could safeguard the energy supply for our citizens.
Ich glaube, ich möchte ein Stück dafür sorgen.
I would like to ensure that we as EPP are at least partly responsible for making the supply and security of energy one of the main priorities. We have to make sure that Europe, and I mean all the member states, cannot be blackmailed by others. One example is certainly the supply of gas. Every year we have experienced problems with the Russian gas supply. That's why we have to make sure we do not only limit ourselves to gas, but also use coal, nuclear energy, renewable energy, and look to help each other when crisis situations occur.
Auch Kernenergie, auch Erneuerbare, aber dass wir darüber hinaus auch schauen, wie wir uns untereinander helfen, wenn Krisensituationen eintreten.
One way is to ensure the cooperation of Central and Eastern Europe in energy affairs. Mr. Rod Christie is the president of GE Energy in Central Eastern Europe and Russia.
From a transit perspective for gas, just the landmass side, it's critical that there's an effective and efficient gas transit routes through into Europe itself. I think beyond that, though, also having more cooperation between the Central Eastern European countries, so there's a bit more of cooperative action taken on energy policy and the way in which they trade electricity and also move gas and have a gas network and infrastructure that's effective.
But how much cooperation exists in Europe with regard to the security and sustainability of its energy? Is there a dividing line? Anita Orban, director of Constellation Energy Institute, explains more.
Our institute strongly believes that there is a dividing line. If you look at the share of renewable in the energy mix of the new countries and the old countries, you find a huge gap when you are talking about energy sustainability and security. Central Eastern European countries will need much more energy in order to make their economies grow than the Western European countries, and this will further enlarge the gap between the economies of Central Eastern Europe and Western Europe. The purpose of the conference is to find the common interest of Central Eastern European countries in order to facilitate these countries' energy sustainability and security and close the gap with the old Europe.